everyone. So I'm not even gonna try and apologize for being gone for so long, because to be honest, I don't know if I am sorry. I really just needed some time to get my shit together because I was totally losing my shit. I got a message from somebody on YouTube and asking me to make another video, and it made me snap out of it because I was like staying away from everything. But then I realized how that feels, because I know how that feels when like you get emotionally invested in these women's lives, and like these people become friends to you, and you know them, you feel like you know them, and like you're in on a part of their life. And I know how that feels to want to know what's going on. I mean, you genuinely care about these women. So I thought about that and I was like, I need to get my shit together, quit being a vagina, and make a damn video. So yeah, I guess I am sorry for for just disappearing on you guys, because that was a shitty thing to do. I'm sorry. But I guess it is what it is. I don't know. That is what it is. Let's move on. The last video I posted was from our frozen embryo transfer that failed. And I didn't even record a video. It was just the text letting you guys know what had happened. After that, we decided to just go straight on into our next transfer and use the rest of the embryos that we had. We did that in March. And let me say, so for the frozen embryo transfer that we did in February, I was so just pessimistic about it. I kept saying, I think I even said in a few of my videos, like, I know this isn't gonna work, this isn't gonna work. I kept saying that. Well, me and Mark kind of had an argument about it, because I kept saying that for our last transfer also, and he was like, you know, Crystal, why are we doing this then? Like, you are so certain that it's not gonna work. Why are we wasting all this time, energy, money? Like, why are we doing this to ourselves if you're just so certain that it's not even gonna work? And I thought that was a really great point. And it kind of, something inside of me kind of clicked, and it just totally changed my whole attitude for the last transfer that we did. And I was certain it was going to work. Like, that was the time it was going to happen. I just kept telling myself that, like, it's going to work, it's going to work, it's going to work. And with every other transfer that we did, I had started my period before beta. On our last transfer in March, I didn't start my period. I went to beta. I woke up the morning of beta and hadn't started my period. And I went there, I was practically skipping in that place, like, I'm pregnant. And so beta happened, I went to work, and for lunch I went to the bathroom and I started my period. So, needless to say, I was devastated. But what I learned is that no matter what your outlook is on it, nothing makes it easier. Nothing makes that failure any easier. It's just as heartbreaking, just as gut-wrenching, just as devastating, whether you knew for sure it was gonna work or whether you were telling yourself it wasn't gonna work the entire time. You can't prepare yourself for that failure. Like, you can't do it. I tried and it doesn't work no matter what. So, I guess the difference that I found was when I was optimistic about it, I was happy all the way up until I started my period. I mean, that whole time I was just certain I was pregnant and I was over the moon and I was just happy. When the cycle that I was telling myself it wasn't gonna work, it was just like going through the motions, and I was angry and depressed and mad because it wasn't gonna work. So I guess in a sense it's better to be optimistic, because at least you get to have that time where you're happy and you know it's gonna work. At least you get to feel pregnant and feel like your dreams are coming true for that 2 weeks. At least you get that much. So in the future, I'm going to be optimistic, just because at least I'm happier for a longer period of time. And like I said, it doesn't lessen the blow being pessimistic about it. It doesn't help anything. So that's what I learned. And obviously, as you can tell, yeah, it failed our last transfer. We transferred three embryos. It was an 8 cell, a 6 cell, that my doctor said looked beautiful, and there was a 4 cell that was pretty fragmented and we were sure wasn't going to progress much further. But the 6 cell and the 8 cell, he said looked marvelous, and we were optimistic and hopeful, but as you can tell, that didn't play out. After that failed, my doctor called and he was like, okay, Crystal, we need to regroup. Like, something's going on here. From IVF number 2, we transferred a total of 8 embryos and none of them took. I didn't even have a chemical pregnancy. I didn't have a hint of a line, nothing. Like, no implantation at all. I think it's egg quality issues. That's what I feel like it is. But my doctor says that he doesn't think that that's the problem. He said that we make beautiful embryos, and he thinks the problem is my endometriosis, which can cause egg quality problems too. So I don't know why he's so certain that that's not the issue. But right now he's thinking that it's just implantation failure due to the uterine environment. So he wants to do another laparoscopy. I had one done in March of 2012 to remove adhesions, but that was with a different doctor. And my doctor now wants to see for himself, I guess, and clean up what's going on. Also, when we did it in 2012, we did an IUI a couple of months later, but we didn't just go straight onto IVF. And that's what my doctor now is saying is the main thing is he wants to do the laparoscopy, get everything cleaned out, and go straight into an IVF cycle so that we have the best possible environment going for us. So that's the plan. But I want to kind of throw everything I have at this next cycle. My doctor's going to give us a free cycle this cycle after the laparoscopy. He's going to give us a free cycle. We just have to pay for the medications, just the medications. That's like $3,500. Not just the medications, but we have to pay for the medications. But of course, that's going to help that he's giving us the cycle for free. But I really, really, really want to focus more on my health and like really prepare my body. And I'm going to make a separate video on what exactly I'm doing, but I'm going to be doing that for like the next, I don't know, 6 months or so. Just really getting ready for this next cycle, mentally and most importantly physically right now, because I think mentally I'm okay. It's just getting myself to a place where I feel like physically I'm ready to do this again. We have a vacation coming up. We're going, well, a couple of vacations. We're going to, we have a lake family reunion that we do the second weekend in August every year. So we're going to do that. And then Mark and I have booked a cruise for our anniversary, which is October 10th. So we're going to do that. So really just kind of take the rest of the year. I'm not even going to say like to not think about trying to conceive, because that's not what I want to do. What I want to do is focus on trying to conceive naturally. And I really want to throw everything we have at it to try and get pregnant on our own. Really just take these next few months, the rest of the year, to just try naturally. Definitely not take a break, because I don't think we ever take a break, right? I don't think anybody in this community just takes a break. Like, not really. You're always thinking about it. But so plan is laparoscopy right now. I'm thinking February, and our IVF cycle in March. So that's what we're shooting for. That's what we're aiming for. Since I've been gone for so long, man, I have some catching up to do on your guys' videos. So I'm excited to do that and see what's been going on and just like get back in the swing of things and start communicating with you guys and getting back on track. And I guess that's about it. I hope everybody is doing really great. And I'm just like mumbling now, rambling. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's it. We will talk to you guys soon. Bye, everybody.